Hi everyone at Turtle Rock. This is Jack Turner, and I wanted to show off the solution I came up with for Goby's throat frill. Now, first of all, I need to say something that uh, this is not actually a system best suited for dynamics. The the bearded dragon's frill isn't inflated with air. It is in fact inflated, or seems to be inflated, by a set of arched bones called the hyoid bones inside the head. So this is my adaptation to the situation. It does involve both the hyoid bones and physics. So, without further ado, let us begin. Okay, to start with, we see my representation of Goby's head. Now, it doesn't have ear holes. I'm sort of relying on the texture map to give the impression of ear holes. That being said, there are some basic controls. Here is the fundamental base of the head control for controlling the basic attitude and position of his head. There are also jaw manipulators. These guys right here. Now you'll notice, by the way, that when I move the jaw, there's some weirdness with the edge of his lip. And you may ask, well, why is it happening? That's because this is a dynamic rig. You can't deform things on the fly when you deal with dynamics. You have to keyframe them out and let the simulation run. I'll explain in a bit. Now, if you recall, I was talking about the hyoid bones. The hyoid bones in this rig, let me turn on the geometry, are actually quite beautiful. In nature, there are these beautiful arched curves that extend kind of like an umbrella. They first go forward and then they go shoomp outward. Okay, so this rig is an attempt to simulate that. So here I have the modeled bones, okay, and these are end-cloth colliders, okay, and there's two sets of controls for them. The first one is the controls the IK handle for the first segment of motion, which is a general moving forward in the throat. Okay. The next one are these little positional controllers, like this, that control its rotation outward during the second stage of frill employment. Now you'll notice that the two controllers are linked via an expression, just so that it's easy to get things even rather than trying to get things perfect by hand. Okay. So to further explain how this rig works, I set up a simple animation lasting 60 frames, and we're going to look at this animation with just the rig and then the end mesh body and then with the final output head. Okay, so let us begin. Now here's the first stage. They come out, and the second stage they move outward. Okay, well, I mean, that's kind of boring in and of itself. So what we got to do is turn on the end cloth head. The end cloth head is a simple low poly mesh of Goby's head. All right, and the top part is just normal geometry that serves as an end constraint or a dynamic constraint for the pouch. Now the pouch is a piece of end cloth. Okay, the top part is bound to the rig through a simple smooth bind, and the bottom part, like I just said, is controlled primarily with physics. All right. Now, so when we play the animation this way, you get to see the hyoid bones collide with the mesh. Yay! Okay. Then, this whole structure acts as a wrap deformer around the output head. Okay. Now, this means that the head, the output head, is what we call wrap bound. That is to say, it has no binding on it in and of itself. It is simply using a wrap deformer which is bound to the rig. Okay, so there's two stages of connection. Only the wrap deformer is bound to the bones, and the geometry is connected to the rig via a wrap deformer. Okay, so to see it play out, start the animation, and here comes the bones being deployed, and here we have a fairly decent representation of an upset bearded dragon. Again, I want to thank the folks at Turtle Rock for letting me have fun with this, and I hope you find it a useful example of combined rigging and dynamic simulation. Thanks.